Hello, guys. It's Christian, and today I want to be talking about not selling your morals and your values as a person. Now, I just want to post my thoughts and stuff on this channel. I just want to get used to talking to the camera by myself, just me alone right now, and I just want to get into, you know, not selling your morals and values as a person. Like, have some dignity about yourself, not selling your soul basically, just for materialistic things. I've seen a lot of people doing it for validation of others. I see a lot of people doing it for money, for clout, fame, status, all those stuff, and I think it's just very important to talk to the youth of the world, and tell them that it's not worth it. You should really stand on what you believe in. You should really be brave. Be a brave individual. Don't be a coward. Stand on what you believe in. Do what you believe is right. And from personal experience, that has only garnered me good things within my life. That has only made me more successful through time, to be honest. When I was at my lowest in life, I found out that always taking the brave choice was the best option for me. Really and truly, it's the best option. You should surround yourself with good people and people that take the brave choice as well. Or cowards. Don't surround yourself with cowards, because you are who you hang around. And you see it a lot with people. You see a lot of the people who they hang around aren't necessarily good people, aren't necessarily right people for them, and the friend group steer them in the wrong direction. It's a very pertinent point to make, that especially as a man, maybe some women are watching this, I don't know, but especially as a man, you should always choose a brave choice. Never be a coward, because I don't know, it just unlocks some sort of warrior spirit within you. It really lights a fire in your belly when you know you're doing the right thing, when you know you're speaking the truth. Also speak the truth, because a lot of people just lie. A lot of people just lie for no reason. They will lie on people. They will lie about a circumstance. They will just lie just for the benefit of themselves. And I would say, don't lie for the benefit of yourself. Just tell the truth. Even if it's gonna detriment you in the short term or the long term, always speak the truth, because God will favor you in the end. God will frown upon you if you begin to lie about others, lie about yourself, lie about circumstances. Don't do that. So yeah, I see it a lot in this day and age, where people are just selling, grown men, women, young men are just selling themselves, selling their morals, selling their values, selling what they believe in, selling out their religion, everything. So who are you as a person if you don't have a backbone, if you don't have something about you? That's everything. So I believe you as a person you need to stand up on your own 2 feet, have a spinal cord, and be brave. Be brave. Set your morals, set your boundaries as people, because a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are very afraid to set boundaries, and I would say that. Set boundaries. Like, who gives a Nobody cares. It's only good things come from setting boundaries, especially as a man. If you're a man and you're not setting boundaries, I don't know what to say. You need to set boundaries. You need to be intolerant of certain things, because being tolerant will lead you down a very dark path. You cannot be tolerant to everything. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, basically. So I feel like especially more of the young youth needs to stand up a bit more. Don't fall into the trap of fitting into societal norms. Don't fall into the trap of trying to fit into someone else's idealism. Have a purpose. We spoke about that on the channel with Carter, but have a purpose, have a set plan, have a set program. Little steps. Nothing's gonna come overnight. Have little steps, little goals to meet, continuously striving for those goals, and eventually, before you know it, you meet your goal, and then you have to set a next one, because there's always a new mountain to climb. There's always a new hill to traverse. And I believe as a man, you not being satisfied isn't a bad thing. I don't believe as a man you not being satisfied is a bad thing. That's a masculine imperative to me. Not being satisfied. When you're satisfied, you're easily malleable. You're like porridge. You're like a little goo. A person can put you over this side. A person can put you over this side, and you just that's not how men are supposed to be. Men are supposed to be set, rigid, be rigid, set, rigid. Know what you're talking about, believe what you believe in, and stand your ground. Stand your ground, because you see a lot of men these days, it's just weak men. A lot of weak men are very malleable creatures. They constantly flip-flop. That's why me personally have a problem with fence sitters. I hate fence sitters. I don't like people that don't pick a side, kind of stay in the middle of stuff. I hate that, because to me that just screams cowardice and shit, to me personally, and I feel like everybody should view that the same way, because what else could it scream? It scream like, oh, I don't want to pick a side because suppose this side is right. You're supposed to know which side is right, which side you more adhere to, which side you more have a affinity to, and choose that side. And then when you choose that side, you back it up with all, you die on that hill, you back it up with all your might, because that's what you believe in. That's the whole basis of religion. That's the whole basis of Christianity, Islam, all of that. They believe in what they believe in, and they'll die on the hill. Islam believe in Allah, Christianity believe in Jesus Christ, and they fight for what they believe in. They're not gonna, oh, maybe it is Allah or maybe it is Jesus. No, because that won't work. Then you just, what's the point then? What's the point in believing anything? And that's what I see happening all around the world these days. Is like people say, oh, what if it's this, what if it's that, blah blah blah. Then that just ends up into people thinking men can have babies, get pregnant. Then that leads to men thinking they're women thinking they're men, and the whole society's paradigm is, to be honest. I had this saying, I posted it probably on my Snapchat story one day, and I said, men be acting like and be acting like men. And that's the basis of society, not nowadays, now in 2024. That's how it's looking these days, really. It's just women acting like men and men acting like women, and it's all flipped. It's inverse world. Like, then if you point that out, you're the mad one. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You're the weird one, you're the mad one, you're the crazy one when you say water is wet. So basically everybody's a idiot, really and truly. Everybody's an idiot. Watch who you listen to. We spoke about it in the podcast with Carter, the talk with Carter. Watch who you listen to. I'll go more in depth in that maybe in another video, but I just wanted to talk about certain things that reign true in my life, certain points, certain lessons I've learned, certain points that has hit home to me in my life. And this one I feel like is a good video to start out with, having morals and values, having some moral fiber, especially as a man, but as a person. Doesn't matter if you're man, woman, child, grown man, have some morals and values, have something to stand up on, because if you don't, you'll watch your family get killed, you'll watch your wife get exploited, you will be exploited because you have no backbone as a man, you know. So that's a good point to come across, and I see it, and I see the real basis of men being cowards because of women. That's a real basis of it. They're afraid to lose they're afraid to lose that woman. It's all fear, it's all cowardice. As I said, it's all fear, it's all cowardice. And that's why, especially in the talk with Carter, we said put your purpose in front of the girls, put your purpose at the forefront of your life. Don't bend to women, don't bend to society. Have your dream and then work towards it. Have your dream and put your all into it. See a vision, create a self-image. That's another big one, especially as a young man. Create a self-image, create how you want to become, how you want to look. If you want to have earrings, if you want to be big, if you want to be strong, if you want to have a lot of girls, if you want to have a lot of money, if you want to be a badass, create that character and work towards it. It may take a while, little steps as always, but As long as there's nothing fake about belief. So as long as you believe in it, it will happen. But you constantly have to work towards it and never ever doubt yourself or your goal. Never doubt how you are as a person, because doubt is very infectious and it can grow into seeds of inactivity. And we spoke about how action solves all, especially as a man. You have to act. Action solves everything. If you're feeling sad, act. If you're feeling happy, act. If you're feeling excited, act. If you're feeling down, act. It doesn't matter. Always act. Always do something. Always produce. Always create. Because that will make you evolve as a person. And that's the whole basis of life. Evolution and creation. You have to evolve. You have to create as a person. And if you're not doing both, you're basically dead. You basically might as well die, to be honest. Just like with children, creation, and you watch them evolve, that's literally the basis of life. That's the down, as simple as you can put it. Creation, creating children, evolving, watching them evolve. That's how the cycle goes, right? But yeah, going back to, I see men selling themselves a lot for women, and I don't understand it, especially the type of woman they're selling themselves for. It's quite amusing, because I don't see the point in it. They're solid 4s out of 10. They don't look good at all. They don't have anything to offer. They don't do anything for you as a person. So I wonder why. I really do wonder why. Why do that? If somebody, it's just like in a business, right? It's just like, if something's not offering something to you, why are you still paying that thing attention? I don't get it. And that's what it seems like with the men these days. That's what they're doing. The thing is not helping them on a whole in a positive manner, but yet still they're paying so much attention to it. They're spending so much money on it. They're sacrificing their morals and values as a person, which is worse than all of that to me, for this thing that doesn't do anything for them, really. So I'm wondering what kind of inverse world are we living in right now? That's why I feel like a lot of people need to hear this, and this is just me being raw, real and raw. I don't know if I'm going to really edit this that much. I don't know. Might cut it a little bit if I'm rambling a bit too much, but I'm gonna barely edit this video if I do post it. But it's just me talking real deep talk with whoever's watching, right? Yeah, so sorry, the thing cut out, but yeah, it's just me being real and raw with whoever's watching. But really focus on yourself. Don't sell your morals and values. Don't, if you know, everybody has that gut feeling, everybody has that intuition. I like to call it that. God speaking to you as a person. That's the way God speaks to you. And a lot of times you know the right thing to do and you know the wrong thing to do, and a lot of times your intuition speaks to you. You feel it in here, you feel it in your gut, and a lot of people still choose the wrong thing, and then that leads to a domino effect of garbage happening in their life. And then they wonder, why are these things happening to me? Why are all these bad stuff happening to me? And it's because of that bad thing, the wrong thing you did at that time, and God is punishing you. So I always say, once you get that gut feeling to either do it or don't do the thing, follow in here. Always don't follow what anybody else is saying. Don't follow what your friend is saying. Don't follow what that girl is saying. Follow in here. Trust in yourself always, because you really have all the answers inside of you. And if you don't, you can always ask God. You can always pray. You can always research yourself. Research, delve deeper into your mind, delve deeper into your spirit, build up your body, become a powerful individual on a whole. And then when you become a powerful individual on a whole, you won't even question yourself to, is this against your moral, is that against your morals? It's not even a question. You know what you're about, you know what you stand for, you know you cannot be moved, bent or broken. And that's just it. The key is just to be powerful overall, become a powerful individual, both spiritually, mentally, and also physically, because I don't believe you can be strong mentally without being strong physically. I don't feel like that works very well, because the thing is, when I became very strong mentally, I also became very strong physically, and then that led to me delving deeper into my spirituality, and then I've gotten pretty strong spiritually as well. But it's a constant work in progress. No one's perfect. We're all human beings. But that's just a little game I want to give you guys. Never sell your morals, never sell your values, because that's a point that's very, very pertinent to me as an individual, because I've seen it time and time again where people bend and break. People are weak individuals, weak personalities, and weakness is not good for the world on a whole. I don't see where it benefits anybody. I don't see where it benefits our children. I don't see where it benefits society on a whole. I don't see where it benefits where the world is going. So be strong. That's the only answer. Be brave as well, and don't be offensive, because me personally, I have an issue with that. That's worse than being on the other side. That's worse than being on the other side of the argument. If it's strong versus weak, and then there's a fence sitter who say, oh, maybe you should be strong, or oh, maybe you should be sit the weak side of things, all that. The fence sitter is the worst person to me, and that's the person I hate the most, because you're not helping anything at all. You have two people standing for what they believe in. Okay, cool, but you don't believe in nothing. You don't believe in anything. You're trying to see both sides and trying to play a defense because you don't, but you'll pick the winning side though. If the strong beats the weak, you'll pick the strong side and be like, yes, I always believed, I always thought you were the better side and all that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that type of individual. It's not appealing. It's not appealing to women. Women can sense it most definitely, and it's not appealing to men either. Men will look at you. Men will not want to be around you. But also, depends who you attract, because you, again, I said, you are who you hang around. So if you're a fence sitter, and you'll be around fence sitters, you'll attract fence sitters. If you're a weak person, you'll be around weak people, and you'll attract weak persons, and you will be a weak person. On the other hand, if you're strong, you'll attract strong people, you'll be a strong person. And from first hand, I will say that's the best option to pick. Being strong, being brave. I don't see any downsides to it, especially as a man, because I feel like God will always reward you. He will always reward you when you're that strong individual, because he was also strong. It says it in scriptures. It says it everywhere you research. Every person that was persecuted or crucified, they were all strong individuals that stood up for what they believe in as people, and for the betterment of society and the children on a whole. So even me, I don't have a problem being persecuted for what I believe in. I don't have a problem being, frowned upon or talked bad of. I really don't care, because again, I always look beyond. I always look beyond. I don't look on face value. I more look long term. I never look short term. And I feel that's how everybody should look. Everybody looks short term too much. They need to think years ahead. Think 5 steps ahead, not just 1 step, because there's many people in the world that are really out competing you, that are thinking 20 steps ahead of you, and you haven't taken the first step yet. So be more innovative, think in the future, think ahead, and be brave and strong. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. We've gone 21 minutes. So yeah, I think that's all I've said for the first video. That's all that's needed for the first video. I think that's all that's needed for the first video. Don't sell your morals or values as an individual, man or woman. Don't be that type of individual. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look right on you as a person, and people can sense it with you, man or woman. So stick to your guns. Be firm. Be rigid. People will frown upon you for being rigid. Be a rigid individual. Trust me. God will reward you in the end. Trust me on that. Stand up for what you believe in. Remember, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. I'm out. Later. See you guys in the next one.